and gentlemen, help me welcome to the studio today. I call him the billionaire entrepreneur. His name is JMB. I'm CEO of JMB Entertainment, a conglomerate of entertainment, fun, business, fashion, style, vibes, music, artist management. Anyhow you want to call it, is an all-rounder. Welcome to the studios this morning, JMB. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm very good, my brother. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. I know you were shooting, you were working all through this week, and I still had to drag you here. Sorry for that.
That's very crazy. But that's what we're here to do.
Truly, that's what we survive for. Sometimes if someone says you're working here and the next thing we see you in this other place, how do you do that? I said that's the life we signed up for. Exactly. We have to go hard. Now, JMB, whose real names are Real One Ayedun, founder of JMB Entertainment and Amusement Company Limited, popularly known as JMB Entertainment. Now he says this, and I quote, his dream is to create a star or stars because he really wants to show people to the world. Now he did start this journey 20 years ago as a promoter for musical events and shows in his hood, Lafiaji, Lagos Island, in the entertainment industry before he started organizing events for upcoming artists and dancers. In the process of organizing an event, he discovered that he needed to know more about event management and the clothing business because the event he did was in the year 2009, and he spent almost all the money he got from the sponsors on event planners and clothes. That's why he decided to learn about it to get a better steady and know-how of the business. He thought it was going to add more value to him as a person and also to the industry. Now, JMB Entertainment and Amusement Company Limited specializes in artist management, event management, and rentals of high-quality event equipment, including stages, lighting, DJ booths, and sound systems. He ensures the company are made standard and classy. That's a fact. Traditionally, he offers a clothing line, custom sneakers like the one he's wearing this morning, and fashion consulting services. And he says that if you're considering a career in event planning, promoting, be prepared for challenges and a challenging road to that, but it's always a rewarding job. Event planners and promoters get to work on exciting events and help people create memories that will last a lifetime. JMB CEO, JMB Entertainment and Amusement Company Limited, serial entrepreneur, business billionaire. They call him the billionaire entrepreneur. This is right here with me in the building, and so far so good. We are here because we're going to talk just a little bit. And if you remember 2 weeks ago, I think I had this JMB Entertainment cap on for like a week on the show. Yes, I was repping my brother on the show. That's what we do. David who says we rise by lifting others. This one doesn't need lifting. I ain't the lift people. But anyway, yes, welcome back. Yes, from Lafiaji to East Africa. That's quite the journey. What's the wildest or most unforgettable moment you've had as a promoter, especially starting from your hood?
Yeah, the most challenging part is most of the time it's just the resources. Because to manage an artist, you need funds to take the artist to the studio. You need to promote a song. The artist needs a lot of things. That's the one challenge. The second challenge is that if you want to be a promoter, you need funds too. So basically, it's just the resources. If we have the resources, there's a lot of things that we can do. That's the energy and the power to achieve anything. So basically, it's just the resources to make things happen. But regardless, we still keep pushing, you know.
All right, good. At what point did you know that entertainment was your calling?
At
what point?
I'm very sure of that because, you know, you can't do what you don't know. You have to understand what you want to do. You understand? Like this morning I was coming here, I was telling my brother something that there are some things that you'll be doing that, you know, this is your calling. Cause, you know, you have to have the mindset of doing what exactly you want to do before you put yourself there. It's not like you cannot learn to do something, but if it's your real calling, you are going to feel the vibe passionately. Yeah, so that's how I feel.
You've worked with East African talents. Yeah. How do you compare the vibe between there and Nigeria?
Nigeria is a blessed country. That's how I feel about it. And sometimes if you see other countries like we have been before, maybe Ghana, Tanzania, the vibe is always different because I feel like we are blessed specially. And it's not like those people are not talented, but it's just kind of this, maybe because this country is not really helping us and we don't have any resources to push ourselves up. So we are always hungry. So the difference is that I feel like we are blessed, not like those other countries are not really trying, but we just do our thing in a unique way. So they look forward to us. And sometimes there might be the people that are doing like Nigeria there that we can look forward to. So it's just 50-50. But I feel like we are blessed in Nigeria.
All right, we're at your events the other time.
Yeah.
What day was it? I can't remember.
January 25.
January 25th. We're there, the whole Galaxy crew. We turned up. I think we're there till like 2:30 a.m. in the morning. You know, it was a blessed event. Now, how was it packaging that event? And I understand that at some point you got calls from the Lagos state government and people were calling like, how did you close down the street to do all this? But it was really beautiful. I had to stand for hours. We covered the event. We had to make sure it was spot on. We had dancers. We had the DJ. We had the drummers. It was a beautiful sight to behold. You know, I had total fun. What was it like packaging that event? Which is yours?
Yeah, man, is very deep because, you know, putting that kind of event on the street of Lagos, you know, as an event planner, you are more going to enjoy if you are working in an hall comparing to a street event. And if you are bringing a creativity, like bringing a concept of an hall to a street, you are going to have to do a lot of work to make that happen.
Yeah.
But me, I believe about planning. If you plan well and your teams are, you know, active and they know what they want, you are going to achieve anything. The event is not easy because there was no sponsor, but I did one. That was the second edition. I did one before, and it's just like a way to push on my dream, letting people know that, okay, I'm in entertainment business, and also I manage artists. I can't say I am good in doing something when I don't show people. But man, the plan was so perfect, apart from the money I spent and my equipment. You know, on the day of the event, just like the scenario just came, people just they said from the commissioner that we should take off everything, that we should not say it. It was just like a shock to me because people does events there very well, like couple of events. But you know, I just talked to one of my big bro in the area. We woke him up because he was sleeping that day. So we talked to them. That was in the morning. We try and give them some tips to just make it happen. In the evening again, they still came saying that, man, they are going to bring tax for us, man. My partner equipment, there's over more than 250 million, including my own. It's not going to be a good record for me as an event planner or event person when task force come and, you know, start damaging our equipment. But for God so good, you know, we just use the connect of, that's my big bros in the area. We call him Michael Jagger. Big shout out to him. So we started making call, and before we just can make it happen. We was not, you know, doing what we wanted to do because the sound, we had to reduce it because they want us to pull off the stage. And if there's no stage on the street, why are we doing concert? That's not even an event again. So glory be to God that we passed it. It's just like a thing that make me learn that, man, it's like my level is even more than the street now, that we have to advance the show to another level. So that was it.
All right, that's a very beautiful one. And it says you've been doing stuff with dancers, you've been trying to raise them up and all that. Before we get to that, tell us, as an event planner, a celebrity event planner, some of the challenges you faced, especially on a day where everything has gone wrong. You know, sometimes you just tell yourself, okay, this is a wedding, this is a party, and they call JMB, big name, come help us do this thing, we fix lighting, we fix this one. And then Jen will just off, or something just happens. What has been one of the most chaotic days of working, and how did you overcome?
Yeah, different in a different scenario. There's a lot of things that can come up, but as an event planner, you have to always be prepared for that. Challenges is going to come. Like yesterday now, I was in an event. Sometimes the challenges come from some clients, you understand, and sometimes it might come from your team. Like they are top teams, like people that, you know, that understand the business. But the people that, let's say for instance, my decoration team are different from my lighting team. My sound is different from stage team, you understand? And in a scenario whereby we cannot, those people that are doing stage sound are professional in what they do. They are not going to bring the sound out. We need people to load it for them to be able to use it. We need people to load the light. We need people to load the decoration equipment, because people that are handling the decoration are not the people that are going to load it. So most of the time, the first challenge is that we need people to, you know, bring the equipment out, because the equipment cannot come out by themselves. We need people to bring them out and bring them in. In the process of bringing the equipment out is always stress, because right now I'm doing my business as just like pay as you go. I don't really have a permanent staff because we are still building the business. Not like the business is stable. And sometimes challenge might come from clients, you know. Sometimes we might even do our perfect job and clients might even say, they want it this way, and we already have an agreement. If we have an agreement on a particular job, that's the plan. And that's the only plan that is going to be on my head. It's not like if anything comes like challenge, we can't fix it. But I feel like if you are giving me a gig and you paid me for a particular gig, the time that we agreed on should be the time. I'm not a brand that is going to take your money, and when it's time to give you your service, it's going to be like, you'll be calling me. I like to work with time and everything. So sometimes it's just, you know, anything can happen. But as an event planner, you have to be prepared that if you are making 100K in a gig, keep 30 for any. And for me, if I'm going to lose the 100K, as long as the job is perfectly done, I'm okay. So,
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, describe JMB Entertainment in 3 words.
That's deep. But if I'll describe it, I'll just say, I'm not getting that term directly, like describe what we do or what is the standard of the company.
If I say describe JMB as a person, or describe Orali as a person in 3 words, I'll pick brave, I'll pick outspoken, I'll pick be intelligent or intelligent. For JMB Entertainment, for you as a person, because you're the face of your brand, you are your brand.
Yes.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Yeah, I'll say, I don't want to use the word that I'm intelligent, but I feel like I like to do the right thing. That's one of my
strong quality.
Strong quality, and I am selling quality and creativity. That's what JMB is all about.
All right. You sell quality, you sell
creativity.
Top-notch creativity.
Yeah, that's the standard of the product.
All right. What's next for Real One Ayedu and JMB? Are there any major moves going? We had the JMB concert, season 2 not long ago. What next are you planning? Are there any moves that you're making right now?
I'm always on the run. I'm always making move every day. But right now, you know, my brand specializes in artist management, you know, event management, clothing line, and, you know, I want to own a sneakers company. But for the fact that, you know, we don't really have much resources now, and the business to start with, you know, little funds and grow in the process together is just the event business. Because if you have 5 lights as an event person, if you have a little stage, you can start. But if I want to own this sneakers company now, I have to have, you know, the full cash. I have to be ready to get a store, to send money to the factory that is doing it. It's not like I want to get a shop now and be waiting for the funds to be ready. So right now I'm focusing on the entertainment business because there's no much resources, and regardless, we don't have to do weak. We have to keep pushing. But I do have a lot of things to do. I still want to like launch my clothing line and the sneakers company. I want to, you know, be like stuff. I want to do stuff like what people like Larry Gaga does, feature artists, you know, collaborating with big top artists and still pushing artists. But right now,
hold that thought. All right, because we have to go pay some bills. Let's go pay some bills. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Like one super multi day takes all the stress away. I'm sure you saw that, and you'll be subscribing to that as well. That's a good one. Yes, we're talking quickly as we round up the show. You said you wanted to go the Larry Gaga way.
Yeah, like things like Larry Gaga though, because if I want to create a star, the more I'm trying to bring somebody that want to come up like an upcoming artist, so do I need to like work with the top artists, because right now my focus in the market of entertainment is not to be an event planner, like working for people. Is the most of the equipment I bought is for myself when, I get to the level I want to be. Like, let's say, for instance, now I have the opportunity to feature like Zeno, Naira Marley, and let's say one artist, like 3 artists. Automatically, we are already partners. We can strike shows at any time. And looking at it that I'm an event planner and I still have equipment to make it happen makes me more valuable in the market. Yes. So that's why I bought some equipment. And apart from locally in Nigeria, we can still as well, do shows internationally. So that's the focus right now. And I feel like when I get to that stage, stickers company can just come at any time. A clothing line company can come at any, because that was what I started with, was a promoter before an event planner. So the focus is just on the entertainment now. But I'm really open to a lot of things apart from the sneaker, apart from the clothing line business. I'm ready to open an hotel as long as it's making, just make billions, my brother. We need billions.
Just make billions. That's what JMB is.
Yes.
Now, quickly, 1 minute as we're on the show. Give your fans or a Gen Z watching this show now, give them a source of encouragement. Quickly, 1 minute. Time is fast spent.
Yeah, man. I want to say a big shout out to everybody that is supporting GMB locally and internationally. I wish you guys success as long as I'm chasing it. I want you guys to know that everything is possible as long as we have the courage to start. It is always hard to start, but when we start, there's some, road that start can open for us. But we can't say we want to do something without, putting effort on it. I believe with time, dedication, and, putting your mind that you want to make this happen, we are all there. So, and I want to say a big shout out to my team. I don't know if that's allowed. Big shout out to my team.
Go ahead.
Thank you guys for always, sticking to the plan. Thanks to everybody that's supporting the brand. I pray we all get to our destination. Cheers.
All right. Your social media handle so we can follow you.
Yeah, my social media handle. Right now, I lost my IG for the first IG I was using when I came to the interview the other time. So right now, the new one is JMB_entertainment. The clothing line that we are, anticipating ahead in the future is JMB.clothingline. So. All
right. Thank you so much for coming through. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, you brother. Thank you so much. Anytime I call on you, you always come through.
Thank you.
And that's a huge plus. That's something I do not joke with.
Yeah,
all right. Thank you so much for watching the show.